G'day, my name's Mitch. I'm the owner of Snake Sanctum here. I'm up in my reptile shed and I'm just about to film my first YouTube video ever. I've been wanting to do YouTube for a little bit, but I'm not the most social bloke, so it's a bit of a curveball, something I've got to get used to and hopefully something I can get better at along the way. I want to sort of release 1 to 2 videos a month, and as I get the hang of it, hopefully I can bump that up to 1 a week. I've been wanting to do this video for a bit, and I thought what a better way to do it than to cut open a clutch that I've been working on for roughly 7 or 8 years. And it's finally down to this moment on if we hit it or not. So we've got Stonewash Bredli project that I've been working on. Mother is actually one of the first cases of parthenogenesis that I have heard of in Bredli. The mother produced 3 eggs. They all went full term and 2 didn't survive. If this proves out, she was probably the first Hypo Stonewash that was recognised and kick-started this journey for me. She looks extremely stonewash and there's no reason to believe that she's not. Parthenogenesis, by the way, for those of you that aren't quite sure what that means, it's when the mother, the female, fertilizes her own eggs. So there was no father involved in the very first stonewash that I got. She doesn't have a father. Then I had to breed her and she gave me 4 eggs a couple of years ago, 3 of which were males. I had to grow one of those males up and he was finally big enough this season. And I put him back with mum and he wasn't locking up, he wasn't interested. So what I then had to do is I grabbed another unrelated male and I put him in with her. And he locked up straight away. So at that point I knew that it was going to be a 50-50 on who's the father of the clutch, and it sort of kick-started the other boy. When I put him back in, he did finally lock up, and I'm just hoping that it was the right male that signed this clutch. Let's just get into it, make this a short but sweet first YouTube video, and hopefully we get lucky. By the way, this clutch is on day 67. Usually I don't actually cut my eggs until a few of them pip out. Being day 67, it's been quite some time, and I figured I'm just going to go for it and see what we get. I know that they're coming up to ready because the veins inside have gotten quite thin. Alright, we're having a look at that. She's got some washed out sides, but it's hard to tell because I can't see her head, so we'll cut another one. The veins in these are not attached to the snake, so I'm not hurting the animal, and I believe that cutting is a great method to make sure that you get all of them to hatch out safely. If I don't cut, there is that off chance that some will not make it. Alright, this is looking pretty promising. You can see how washed out that side is, but I don't like to push them around in there too much just because they can wrap in around their umbilical cord and that will cause a problem. Let's keep going. I've been cutting eggs for over a decade, so don't worry too much. It might look rough, but I know what I'm doing. I've never cut a snake, so. Alright, so this makes the others look a bit more promising because that looks fairly normal compared to the ones that we did before. So let's keep going. Okay, so that's definitely a normal. There's no stonewash going on there. Oh, that's definitely stonewash. You can just see how washed out this is. Alright, you can see just that crazy washed out pattern down the side, as opposed to, not that one, that one looks pretty washed out too. You can see how there's just not washouts on the side of that. Just looks very normal compared to that. Both parents are hypo, so there will definitely be some hypos in here. It is so dark that I'm gonna say that, like, that's a normal, but I'm gonna say it might even be a dual father. Look at that. That is definitely stonewash. Wow, check that out. Now, this is pretty exciting for me. You've got to remember, this is 7 to 8 years of work. And it's not disappointing. I can't wait to see that out of the egg. That looks like the best one so far. Oh, that is, you can see a bit of its neck in the center. That is definitely stonewash. I'm positive that is 100% stonewash. We have 100% cracked it. I'm super stoked. I won't know exactly how many until these come out, and I'll put some updated photos. See, that doesn't look stonewash, that looks like a normal bred lab. You can see the sides are pretty standard compared to the last one we just saw. Very light. Wow. Lucky last. Look at that. Lucky last is unlucky. It is definitely a normal. So, in this clutch, there's definitely some variance there. There's 100% at least one stonewash in there, and there's quite a few that look stonewash to me, and there's definitely a few there that look normal. So Dad being a possible het, and Mum being a visual stonewash, roughly 50-50 to be the odds. And I can't wait to see them out and show you guys. That's bloody exciting for me. We put so much time and effort into these things, all breeders. In the reptile hobby, anybody that's proved out a project will know exactly how much time and dedication it takes. And when you finally get there, it's very rewarding. It's a great feeling. So next step is to wait for these to pop their heads out. Again, yes, there's some cut veins in there. It doesn't affect the snake at all. They are not, that's not them that's bleeding. That's just the outside veins in the egg. Usually I let my clutches pip, half the clutch will pip before I cut them. So for video's sake, and just because it's day 67, I was expecting these to hatch on day 55. Eggs are not it's not a precise thing. You can go quite a bit of variance and you'll get great results. It's not as precision as some people like to think. And with this particular clutch, I actually just done the incubator up real quick, and I put a new thermostat on it that I hadn't used. And day 45, I checked what that thermostat was actually reading with a temp gun, and the thermostat was telling me 30.5, but the temp gun was actually telling me 29. So these guys went for 45 days at 29 degrees, and they're perfectly healthy. They will hatch, and that's why it's day 67. They still haven't hatched, and they should be out in the next few days. So fingers crossed, and we'll wait and see, and I'll get back to you. 24 hours later, and we've got quite a few out here. We've got 11 out, still some more to hatch, but so far they're looking really good, and we've definitely cracked it. There's some absolute rippers here. Come in and have a look. As you can see, they're all hypos, but we've got some dark ones and some light ones. Like this is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to see like how this darker one's gonna turn out, because I know that it's still hypo, so I'm super excited. As I told you guys, this has been a big, long-winded project for me, and I'm finally here, and I couldn't be happier with the results and the odds, I might say. There's two normal hypos in here. This one here and this one climbing up the side. Okay, so they're both normal hypos and all the rest are stonewash. And that's not too bad, so I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys develop. If you want to see these guys after they're shed, I'll definitely post them on my Instagram, and I'll pop that link in the description. Snake Sanctum over there. And make sure you give a like and subscribe and turn your post notifications on, because I'll be posting more videos in the future, and I hope you guys can follow us and our endeavors.